Continuing on with the case of Bryson v. Bryson on whether or not to adopt a dog, we will now hear from the plaintiff. The floor is yours. Your Honor,
all right, here we go.
that adopting a dog will improve our mental state and make us happier is sheer lunacy. Dogs are messy, unruly animals. If allowed into our lives, this animal will shed everywhere, raid the trash, poop and pee in the house, and bark constantly. And the dog in question is a pit bull. Do I need to bring up the statistics?
Nope. Now Haminations is gonna lay it on you, plaintiff. Anybody who's seen Haminations past videos before about dogs, which I have, spoiler alert, you'll know he absolutely loves pit bulls and hates the fact that everybody else hates pit bulls. Yeah, Haminations loves pit bulls, and you know, can't blame him. Dogs are great. Heavily dislikes the stereotype that pit bulls suck.
It speaks for itself. Protect our resources, Your Honor. Do not be tricked into supporting an unemployed, freeloading dog. Mr. Bryson, your defense? The plaintiff's claim is entirely conjecture. As opposed to them,
Speaking of dog, I wish I could have my dog right now, but since I just came back from Destin, Florida on vacation today, my dog is still out at being dog sat right now, so I can't have him here right now. But hopefully I'll get him back by either tonight or tomorrow. Most likely tomorrow. Can't wait to see him. He's my buddy. But anyway,
concrete evidence that my client is a good boy worth adopting. Presenting evidence A. Objection.
Yeah.
Overruled.
Yep. That's cute.
Judging in favor of the...
I like that. Boom! Do.
I'm Bryson, and today I want to tell you more stories about this creature. And later we'll be talking about his partners in crime, my siblings' dog.
Partners in crime.
My 5-year-old rescue pit bull. But he's the good kind of pit bull. He's never eaten a toddler. At least, not to my knowledge. He has Bluetooth connected to my soul, and I will love him forever. Even though he's the best dog of all time, that doesn't mean he hasn't been involved in very...
Let's be honest, I say my dog's the best dog of all time, but let's be honest. If you guys have a dog, all of us probably see our own dogs as the best dogs in the whole planet. Well, unless your dog is literally the worst thing on the planet, which I can't really imagine what would cause you to hate a dog. Especially if you hate my dog, you have no soul. Like, my dad doesn't like animals all that much. He loves my dog. And James, my friend James, he doesn't like animals all that much. He doesn't want to keep one just because it's a lot of work, which I get, but he loves my dog as well. There hasn't been a single human being that has hated my dog, said he was the biggest piece of crap in the entire planet. Yeah, I love my dog. Point being, we all love our dogs. Most of us, anyway.
Shenanigans, hijinks, escapades, and crimes. Let's take a look at his criminal record, shall we? To start off, let me tell you about the only fight Beau has ever been in. So, there we were at the dog park.
Wait, hang on, let me...
And various shenanigans, hijinks, escapades, and crimes.
Scooby-Doo fashion.
Record, shall we? To start off, let me tell you about the only fight Beau has ever been in. So, there we were at the dog park. Beau was having a grand old time frolicking with the other dogs.
Hey, Snoopy!
And walks a Great Pyrenees. For anyone that doesn't know, a Great Pyrenees is basically the closest you can get to legally owning a polar bear.
Yeah.
And his name was Wallace. Now, Beau is
Wallace, where's Grimace?
But sometimes when there's a dog that's big...
Isn't that what it is, Wallace and Grimace? The dog and the guy, it's like in shapes of clay. I never really watched them. But isn't that their names, Wallace and Grimace? Maybe it was a reference to that. I bet.
Than him, he feels threatened and wants to establish dominance. Beau saw Wallace and immediately decided to F around. And believe me when I tell
F around. Wow, that's a cussing. That's a first.
you, he found
A first from Haminations anyway.
out. Beau ran over and jumped up to put his paws on top of Wallace. Wallace didn't like that. They started angrily barking and fighting, and the other owner and I quickly separated them. But Wallace wanted to set the record straight. He walked over to Beau and placed his paw on his shoulder.
Ooh.
Beau didn't like that. Beau growled and then jumped up to attack, but Wallace simply plowed into Beau and threw him flat on his back.
Yeah.
No dog was hurt, but needless to say, Beau got humbled that day and hasn't tried anything like that since. To be honest, he probably needed to be knocked down a peg or two. It builds character. But, you know, lots of dogs bark at each other. Let's crank it up from a misdemeanor to a felony. He steals trash cans and then stores it outside. It's like a dragon with its hoard of gold, except it's a dog with trash. Literally, as I was writing this script, I heard him start mucking around in the bathroom trash can. I get bloody noses in the winter, and my used bloody tissues are some of his favorite things to steal for some reason.
That's not normal.
It's probably fine. And of course, he licks everything.
That's so good.
But my face, in that order, and he
Oh,
also licks my arms and legs
jeez.
all the time. I'm starting to agree with the theory that dogs lick us because they know there are bones underneath.
How many licks does it take to get to your center, Father?
But the
Tootsie Pop reference. Hey, Beau. Haminations and Bryson is not a Tootsie Pop, okay?
those are still pretty standard dog shenanigans. Let me tell you about his most diabolical crime. His magnum opus, if you will. At my old place, I noticed that Beau had started to lick the corner of my couch every so often. It was kind of annoying, but he had conditioned me to just be used to it. A few weeks went by, and he kept licking the couch regularly. Finally, I decided to check it out. Expecting a toy or ball or something, I reached in and pulled out a stick of butter. He had stashed it in my couch. For weeks. As I thought about it, I felt more and more betrayed. This wasn't just normal mindless stealing. This was calculated, it was intelligent, and it was planned. He not only stole from me, but he had the foresight
called Scooby-Doo style again.
he could savor the flavor for long.
And by the way, that big brain, hang on, that big brain image we just saw, that kind of reminded me of Brainy the rat from the Animaniacs. I don't know why, but it kind of did. Or Brainy Blabulous from Captain Underpants Netflix series. If you know, you know.
So I'd be there on the couch petting him and loving him, unaware of him enjoying his stolen goods. And then, several times after that, I'd come home to an empty butter wrapper on my floor. And get
Yay.
this, as I was moving away, we took apart my bed and found another stick of butter stashed behind it. I moved into my new house and got security cameras, and look what my camera caught!
Well, Beau is a threat to my buttered popcorn, isn't he? Ah!
I came home and my butter tray was licked clean! The lesson you should all learn from this is that if you're within a 500-mile radius of Beau and you think you still have butter left in your house, check again. I seriously think his butter addiction is why he has such a shiny, lustrous coat. Do his crimes stop there? No! As I was settling into my new house, I finally decided to upgrade to a big, fancy bed. In my old bed, Beau always slept with me, and he had some separation anxiety, so I decided to let him join me on my new bed. The first few nights went off without a hitch. Then one night, I step out of the shower and he peed on my bed!
Oh,
I immediately started screaming at
no!
him and kicked him out of the room. I stripped the bed, and fortunately, my mom had encouraged me to get a waterproof sheet for my bed. I thanked my lucky stars because it was
That's
almost
good.
game over. There's no power on earth that can unpiss a mattress. It was a
I seriously love how he's cussing in these videos. It's so new yet so good.
close call, but my mattress was safe. I marched over to Beau, shoved the pea-stained sheets in his face, and screamed, "What is this? Why did you do this? Bad dog!" Beau looked at me like he had never looked at me before, terrified and trembling.
Bryson, Any fool knows you don't fall for that.
My anger melted away, and I started crying and
No!
Beau
No!
never peed on my bed again, though, because he's been banished from my room for all time.
That's what you should do.
This dog had it made. Sleeping in a king-sized bed, and somehow he fumbled it. That's on you, Beau.
Bryson, listen to me, please. Please listen. Don't
Nope.
turn me into a
No.
monster.
Oh, he's turning into one.
That's right.
Yay.
We got a new Beau plush. Isn't he the cute?
Awesome. Now let's skip this. Merchandise stuff. It's awesome, but, you know, it's not needed.
Emotionally makes it all worth it. Taking care of an unemployed freeloader who
Hang on.
makes it sound like torture, but the feeling you get when they snuggle with you on the couch and
There's somewhere around here.
all the bad stuff about dogs makes it sound like torture, but the feeling you get when they snuggle with you on the couch and give you kisses just emotionally makes it all worth it.
And it's a
Taking care of an
companion.
unemployed freeloader who actively makes messes and ruins stuff is actually super rewarding. Who would have ever known that?
You
Plus,
might
he's
want
not
to
a
watch
lonely
your
child,
words,
so
my
he doesn't
guy.
get offended when I call him stupid and stinky, so therapy later in life. But he might need physical therapy because he hurt his leg. We were at a park and I told him to go down the slide. He went down and I thought it was awesome.
Whee!
And I told him to do it again so I could get it on video and up there. Up. Come down the slide. Come on. Yeah, no. And he hurt his leg. Just kidding, that was a lie. He was perfectly fine after that. Not
You
even a
liar.
scratch. You want to know
Yay!
how he really hurt his leg? We were visiting my mom and he was walking on the hardwood at a normal speed and then he slipped and fell over and started yelping.
He's as stumbly as Joe Biden.
No
Well, that
idea
joke's
how
gonna
the
age well.
slide did 0 damage and a little slip did 100 damage. Seeing my special boy have to limp around makes me so sad. Now he needs surgery to fix his leg, so I'll let you know how that goes. I will do everything in my power to help him recover. Although it is funny that despite his injury, he still steals my trash and my butter. Nothing can stop him.
Yay,
I
he's
haven't
recovered.
introduced you to Beau's packmates yet. Let's start with his roommate, Braden and Kira's dog.
Who's that dog?
To know Winston better, I've made a list of his
It's
pros and
Winston.
cons. The pros: I like when he sits in my lap, and I like the way he smells. Literally everything else about him is a con. Let's get into it. His life is literally perfect, but despite this, he grumbles and groans and complains all the time.
He's like that
Everything he
one
could
little
possibly
girl.
and more, and yet he's always like. Winston and Beau have a love-hate sibling-esque relationship. Winston clearly doesn't understand how easily Beau could destroy him because he mouths off to Beau and attacks him all the time. I mean, look.
Beau must have incredible patience.
Buddy, you need...
Yeah, seriously, if Beau hasn't already, like, seriously hurt the dog, Winston, Beau must actually have incredible patience, as I said.
to check yourself before you wreck yourself because
Better chickadee check yourself before you rickety wreck yourself.
I promise you it would take less than 10% of his power to evict you from this plane of existence.
Dang.
Of course I love Winston, but he could definitely benefit from an attitude check. Also, wiener dogs in general are just funny looking. Dogs are never supposed to look like this. But humans were like, hey look, through selective breeding we can turn this noble creature into a cartoon character.
Dachshunds are great.
I looked at him and said, you go pee-pee and poo-poo outside. And he said,
Okay, I understand.
but Winston's brain is so small that potty training just doesn't work on him. He
Hey, Bryson, you're always saying that your brain is smooth, right? Well, I guess you do have that in common with Winston, too, if that's the case.
regularly poops and pees on my carpets and refuses to go outside in the dark. On multiple occasions, he has pooped right next to the dog door inside the house. He's just openly mocking me at this. The worst was when I moved into my new house. Everything was brand new. I was so happy. Then we
Yay.
discovered that Winston had peed in one of the only carpeted rooms in the house.
Mm.
Everything else was hardwood, and he purposefully peed.
I had a dachshund, actually, when I was little. Real troublemaker. I think it had something to do with the fact that I had a boxer, I think his name was Dozer. And he was a really good dog, but then later on he snapped and bit into my dachshund's head. His name was Hulk, the dachshund. And yeah, he kind of went downhill from there. So I definitely think that contributed to it. That dog was trouble. Real shame. Real shame. But deep down, I kind of miss him, you know? He was a troublemaker. I don't really think I really liked him all that much when I was little, but you know, looking back, sort of that thing where he's like, hey, you had him, he was your family at one point, so. But anyway.
On the carpet, my mind flooded with rage.
Yeah.
Destroy the child.
Oh, dang.
It's a little dark for you. Now go ahead.
It'll be easy. Like
Incredibles! Oh my god.
Show me.
If you guys have seen the last Haminations video I reacted to, the times Brenner almost died. If you've seen that video, there was an Incredibles reference there, too. This is actually really cool. I've seen many of Haminations videos. A lot of them have references to the movie Incredibles. It's just really cool. I love that movie, and I get so excited every time he uses voice lines from it, especially here. Dang.
I knew you couldn't do it, even when you had.
And you have nothing to lose. You're weak.
And I've outgrown you.
He always
I
steals
love
treats
that movie.
all the time. Winston has literally stolen treats out of his mouth before. Hey,
Oh, dang.
you could destroy them easily, right? I'm just making sure you know. Do with
Yeah.
what you will.
I will consider these things.
But
Yeah, you should.
Painkillers and mild sedatives since he hurt his leg. I put it in his food, and apparently Winston stole it, and we found him sitting in the middle of the stairs.
Oh.
It's like he started going up the stairs and forgot where he was and just stayed there.
He looks like he's seen a ghost.
Get out here in the middle of the ocean.
He is now on a
Bro looks like he's gone to a bar.
diet because he was getting fat from all the theft. Even though Beau and Winston have their sibling arguments, it's still funny to see their pack mentality. Once, we were at a big dog park and Beau was playing with a Great Dane. Beau barked and Winston heard and thought Beau was in trouble, so he ran to help. Help is on the way, dear! Like,
Yay!
what are you gonna do against a Great Dane? Nibble his ankles? Luckily, Beau also has Winston's back. At that same park, Winston growled and barked at another big dog, and Beau got between them and was like,
What is going on here?
dude,
Ooh.
you literally barked at me for no reason.
Oh, yeah, he does that.
Mhm.
As you were.
I like Winston, but Beau is just objectively better in every way. Watch.
Ooh, what's this? Is this American Idol? I can't remember.
Okay. Good luck.
Yeah, 10 out of 10.
Auditioning on the show and for singing such a beautiful song. And even though you haven't competed, you've already won.
Good evening. What is your name? Do you sing for a living? All right. Sing.
This is good. This is good editing. This is good animation.
Now it's time to introduce you to Brody and Jen's dog. I think the quickest way for you to get to know her is to see what happens when you ask her to wait or show any kind of restraint at all. Here's a video of Brody asking Molly to patiently wait before being let outside to go potty.
Back up.
Does the dog have ADHD, maybe?
As you
I
can see, she has a hard
genuinely
time
don't
controlling
know.
herself. She chirps like a bird and gets so excited when she sees us because her main goal in life is to lick the inside of everyone's mouth. And I'm hesitant to because she has literally eaten and rolled in poop before. One time
Wow.
Brody was visiting and Molly wanted to spaz out and lick everyone's mouth like usual, but Brody wouldn't let her. She started freaking out and screaming. So Brody picked her up and she started shaking and thrashing, and then pooped into the air while he was holding her.
No.
Some
Ha!
stories so far involve poop. That's just who she is, I guess. She's quite the goofball. When you dodge too many of her kisses, she gets mad and will bite your nose.
Yeah.
She's so fast that it's
Just
hard
like
to
a
run away from
relative.
your face and keep her from kissing you. It's almost like she can no-clip past your defenses in order to lick your face.
That-
Also, her ears are so big and pointy, I feel like she can hear my thoughts. Brody
Oh,
sometimes calls her
God.
his little fruit bat because of those big ears. And her eyes look like someone started applying eyeliner and then gave up halfway through. And of course, no dog story is complete without the right.
My grandpa actually has a, my papa actually has a dog. His name's Preed. She actually, calls him a fruit, he says he looks like a fruit bat too because of the ears.
Passage of the dog almost dying. One time.
He's nuts, but he is a good dog too. I like him. Can he get weird at times? Absolutely. But still, he's cute. Little chihuahua. Chiweenie, I guess, would be a better way to say it. I don't know.
And Brody and Jen were cleaning out a relative's storage unit when they heard Molly chewing on something.
Ooh.
It's a brick of rat poison!
Oh!
They rushed her to the vet, and the vet gave her eye drops to make her vomit the poison.
Oh.
Apparently, that's a thing. I don't
Yeah,
know anything
right?
about how any of that works, but they saved her, and she's okay. Woohoo! Molly, I really thought this went without saying, but please don't eat poop or rat poison. And
Yeah.
that is my childhood dog, Dixie. She's really old and deaf and can't see well and can't control her bladder anymore.
Oh,
She's
man.
basically skin and bones, but she still seems to be enjoying life and is always happy to see me. She also recently has decided to never eat dog food again, so she is fed hot dogs and chicken nuggets and leftover meat. She's living like a
Yee.
princess. She's had a lot of adventures and has been a fantastic family dog. I don't know if she'll still be alive by the time I post this video, but here's hoping.
Yay! She's still alive.
Always getting up to mischief. But I'm so glad we have them. They're all very cute, but of course, Beau holds a special place in my heart. I seriously love Beau like a son, and I would do anything to protect him. To sum up my case, Your
I would
Honor,
protect
the
my dog,
evidence
too.
clearly shows that these dogs have caused more harm than good since they've been around. For the common good, your original ruling must be overturned. Objection, Your Honor. These dogs are radical
Objection, this is a double jeopardy.
and dope, and the plaintiff is ugly and stupid. Also, take a look at this. Judging in favor of the defendant.
Yeah! Oh gosh. This is so cute. Oh my gosh.
Hi, I hope
Oh.
you enjoyed the stories about the
There
little
was Beau eating Winston's head. Hang on. Yep. Yeah,
I hope
Winston,
enjoyed the stories-
Winston, you better watch your step. Well, hey, thank you guys for checking out this reaction. This was my criminal dog or something like that. I can't exactly remember the title right now, but I think it was something like my criminal dog. But thank you guys so much for watching my reaction and hope you enjoyed the video. Hope to see you guys soon too. Thank you.